به ما درس‌های زندگی رو با طرزی که خود زندگی می‌کرد یاد می‌داد. ایشون پر از عشق، زیبایی و شجاعت بود. مادر جون یکی از قوی‌ترین زنایی بود که در زندگی من وجود داشت. یکی از زیباترین درس‌های زندگی را به من در این هفته‌های آخر یاد داد و به خصوص روزهای آخر با ما. 10 روز پیش دکترها مادر جون رو جواب کردن و به مادر جون رو آوردیم خونه‌شون. از صبح تا شب خونه‌شون پر از عزیزانی بود که اومدن خداحافظی کنن با دستای پر. واقعا ممنون داریم از همتون. دوشنبه پرستارا گفتن که مادر جون 1 یا 2 روز داره با ما باشه. ما همه جمع شدیم دورش و اون شب بچه‌هاش، نوه‌هاش، داماداش همگی ردیف رخت خواب پهن کردیم و پیشش خوابیدیم. علی پسردایی من تمام شب دست مادر جون رو نگه داشت. روز سه‌شنبه ما تمام روز براش آهنگ گذاشتیم و دستاش رو ول نکردیم. ساعت 6 غروب خواهرم روشن و علی دستاش رو نگه داشته بودن و متوجه شدن که نفس مادر جون ضعیف شده و به ما گفتن همگی بیاین دور مادر جون. نوه‌هاش، بچه‌هاش، عروسش، داماداش همگی دورش بودیم. براش آواز امشب در سرشوری دارم رو میخوندیم و میبوسیدیمش و در اون حال از پیش ما رفت. عشق رو توی هوا حس میکردیم. درس آخرش این بود که هیچ چیز عشق هم ببخشید. درس آخرش اینه که همه چیز عشقه. مرسی بیبی رود شد. با اجازه من الان به انگلیسی همه چیز رو تکرار میکنم. Mother June was born in 1924 to Gohavan Hassan Eslami in Kyakola, Iran. She had 4 siblings, Dayjun Muhammad Taqi, Dayjun Muhammad Hussein, Khalajun Mendes, and Dai Jamshid. She married Abdullahi Abdullahi, but right before the wedding, her father-in-law passes away. So she enters a family with her mother-in-law and 5 sons, where my grandfather, Kadajun, was the eldest at 18 years old. Both teenagers, but early on, they took on the responsibility of nurturing and creating a family, where the well-being of the family as a whole was paramount in every decision, action, word that they used. They put all their heart and energy in nurturing and growing the Abdullahi family. There was not one wedding or birth that Maharaja was not only present, was there to make sure all went smoothly. That is the reason that most consider her second mother or grandmother. Maharaja had 7 kids, 12 grandkids, and 7 great-grandkids. Maharaja taught us about life and how to create a family through how she lived. She was full of love, praise, strength, and compassion. She had an amazing sense of humor and was no nonsense. And no matter what, she rolled up her sleeves and got done what needed to be done. She was fearless and quite a force of nature that made things right. She was a role model for all of us, even up to her death, where the speech her and Kalajan had spoken made her transition from this world a beautiful experience. 10 days ago, Kalajan was sent home for hospice. Every day, droves of visitors came by to say goodbye with arms filled with food, flowers, and most importantly, love. Thank you all for that. Last Monday, the hospice nurse informed us that she only had a day or 2 with us. We all gathered around her, and that night we all spent the night next to her. My cousin Ali held her hand throughout the night. On Tuesday, we played music and sang for her. We did not let go of her hands or miss a moment to kiss her and thank her for all she has done for us. Around 6 p.m., my sister and I were holding her hands. And they noticed that her breathing was getting shallower. They asked us to come close. We all surrounded her and sang for her while kissing her with calmly she just left us. The love in the air was palpable, and there was a buzz you could feel. Bibi, I feel it in every fabric of my being. And so much of me I owe to you. Thank you. And now, Mother's third great grandchild, Nikki Nastiani, wants to say a few words.
My name is Vicky, and I'm one of Alma's great-grandchildren. Thank you all for joining us on this day. I would like to start off and say Alma was a special person, not just because she lived an amazing life, but she had a big heart. And no matter what, she always see the good in you and made you comfortable in your own skin. I will miss her dearly. Alma was just a beautiful living soul, and I'm so grateful I had her as a great grandma. Her smile cheered everyone up. Her love was like gold. There are moments in my life I will always remember, not because they were important, but because Alma was there. Once again, thank you all for joining us on this day.
سلام، فکر کنم اکثر من میشناسیم و مرتضی پسر ماهانم. یکی از زیباترین مراحل زندگی مادر در طول چند سال گذشته ضمن این واقعیت که زهرا خواهرم باش زندگی میکرد و چند سالی بود که شدیداً در مولوی شناسی و حافظ شناسی و موزیک شناسی و ستارزن خوبی شده، دفتن خوبی شده و به این دلیل هر چند وقتی بار به طور مرتب خونه مادر خونه زهرا بود. برنامه ها اینجوری بود، مادر تفنگ من مجبور بود اونجا بشینه اینا رو گوش کنه تماشا کنه. اما واقعیتش این بود که بدونیم که چیزی بگه کاملا مشهود بود که چقدر لذت میبره. و از اونجایی که مادر کسی بود که اکثرا میشناسیم که تمام وجودش عشق ورزان بود، به این دوستان بعد که بیشتر دوستان زهرا که من رو میشناس و پیدا کردم که آشنا شد که انسان‌های بسیار والایی، بسیار افراد برجسته‌ای هستند از شخصیتی عشق علاقه، اونها با مادر یک رابطه عاشقانه‌ای پیدا کردن. یکی از اینا که مصاحبه شدیم الان کوتاه هنرنمایی میکنه مهراد زنگنه عزیزه که به محض اینکه زهرا بهش تکس داد که میخوام کار بکنم دیگه من دهنم واقعا وا میده که چجوری باید از این عزیزان مثل مهراد تشکر کنیم. مهراد جان
خانم عبداللهی عزیز، این آهنگ برای شماست.
مادر جون رابطه خاصی با همه نوه‌ها و نتیجه‌هاش داشت و حتی اگر درد داشت یا خسته بود یکی از نوه‌هاش میاد لبخندش از این کنه که باز میشد. امروز هم اکثر برنامه‌ها رو نوه‌هاش تغییر دارم. الان چند از نوه‌هاش میخوام باید صحبت کنم. اول گوهر جدلی که اسم مادر جون رو داره و نوه دخترشونه.
سلام، من باهر هستم و بنین عبداللهی مادر بزرگ مهربان من بود. با اجازه صحبت‌هامو به انگلیسی ادامه میدم. A wife, a mother, a sister, a friend. Throughout her life, she fulfilled all of these roles and more. To me, she was Alma, a grandmother who exuded love, compassion, and strength where it was felt by everyone who knew her. Alma made every individual who surrounded her feel special and protected. From the time I can remember, she had this beautiful simplicity about her, one which drew so many people towards her. She was comfortable in her own skin, which in essence made others feel really comfortable around her. Alma nurtured while remaining firm and demonstrated great wisdom while remaining humble. While she had countless ups and downs during her 92 years of life, she never judged those around her, giving them the benefit of the doubt. For these reasons, Alma's house was a home away from home. For many, in my case, at the age of 4, it was my real home, the place my family stayed when we immigrated here from Iran. While my memories from those days are blurry, I know that it was then in the early 80s when the door to Alma's house on Kent Drive opened and remained that way for her final days with us. Even back then, I remember admiring how brave and independent she was. She was our fearless Shirzan. She feared nothing and loved everything. I'd go as far as saying she couldn't hurt a fly, but those of us who know her well know that that was the one thing she didn't want in her home and always had a fly swatter at arm's length. Alma was honestly one of the funniest people I knew. Even during her last few weeks at the hospital, she made us all laugh with her feisty one-liners. As she laid there in discomfort, she still found this energy within her to remind us of her spontaneous wit. Through her cute winks and gestures, while whispering things like, a line she used often now that I think back about it. It was as if she knew we all needed a good laugh. Alma Jun, thank you for showing me the meaning of unconditional love, the power in seeing the good in all people in every situation, the value of acceptance, the fact that women can be strong leaders, and the importance of family. While missing you is inevitable, it's comforting to know that you're in good hands now with Pet Arjun. I know how much you missed him, and I'm sure he's showering you with sweet kisses and endless pizza and ice cream. In closing, I'd like to leave you all with a poem I stumbled upon which felt beautifully fit for Alma's celebration of life. Please don't mourn me, I'm still here. I'm right by your side each night and day, and within your heart I long to stay. My body is gone, but I'm always near, and everything you feel, see, or hear. My spirit is free, but I'll never depart, as long as you keep me alive in your heart. I'll never wander out of your sight. I'm the brightest star on a summer night. I'll never be beyond your reach. I'm the warm, soft sand when you're on the beach. I'm the colorful leaves when autumn's around, and the pure white snow when blankets the ground. I'm the beautiful flowers of which you're so fond, the clear, cool water in a quiet pond. I'm the first bright blossom you'll see in the spring, the first raindrop that April will bring. I'm the first ray of light when the sun starts to shine, and you'll see that the face in the moon is mine. When you start thinking there's no one to love you, you can talk to me through the soul above you. I'll whisper my answer through the leaves on the trees, and you'll feel my presence in the soft summer breeze. I'm the salty tears that flow when you weep, and the beautiful dreams that flow while you sleep. I'm the smile you see on a baby's face. Just look for me, I'm every place. Merci.
الان نوه چنده میبارش 11 مادر جون scholarship humor دادستان
I just want to say thank you to our alma. I've had an amazing life because I have so much love around me at all times. My cousins, really my siblings, my aunts, my parents, and they showered me with love. It's all because my wonderful grandparents, our amazing Mama, that's who she was, just pure love. And I'm so fortunate, so lucky to be a part of this wonderful family. I love you, Mama. Thank you so much. I miss you.
الان بابک جدلی نوه 8
To him we belong, and to him we will return. She was my grandmother, the grandmother, the mother of one's mother or father. She was much more than that to me. What was she to you? How did she bless your life? Was it a gentle smile? Words of wisdom? Just knowing she would always be there when you needed her? She was my grandmother. She was my friend. She was my confidant. She was my disciplinarian. She was a source of hope and security for us all. She was, above all things and more, she was all these things and more, rolled up into a ball of love and sassiness. She was my grandmother. I see a lot of sad faces out there. We're all grieving, and that's okay. We've earned that right to grieve, to cry. If the recent rainfalls didn't cure the drought, then these tears surely will. You cried, I've cried, we'll continue to cry. For a few days, a few weeks, maybe longer. But even with all these tears, I can't help but smile. She was my grandmother. I smile because I was lucky to have her in my life for 40 years. She was peace, and she meant the world to me. For 40 years, she gave me love. For 40 years, she gave me life lessons. For 40 years, she gave me kisses on my forehead. For 40 years, the shoulder to cry on. For 41 years, raised eyebrows, laughs, and just being there when that's all I needed. She was my friend and had my back even when she knew I was wrong. She was my grandmother. Having moved away a couple of years ago, we didn't get the chance to see each other as often as we'd like to. As a grandson, I probably didn't call as often as I should have. But I don't need to call anymore. All I do whenever I want to talk to her now is look up at the sky and find the brightest star, and I can have as much time as I want with her. She lived her life and left ours on her own terms and timeline. Righteous, beautiful, defiant, until the very end. And with one final lesson. Family above all else, compassion in everything you do, integrity in every decision you make. To him we belong, and to him we shall return.
And now Layla Miller is going to speak, which is Malaj's youngest grandchild.
سلام، من لیلا هستم یا به قول آما رومیت آما. من نوه کوچیکه بنین و علی عبداللهی هستم و با اجازه همگی میخوام انگلیسی حرف بزنم چون که برای من راحت تره. Once again, thank you all for coming here today. The magnitude of people in this room is just a testament to how much love Alma had and gave in this world. Today I'm going to focus on Alma's two most prominent qualities that inspired all of his cousins, her strength and her compassion. Alma was able to be strong, fearless, soft, and vulnerable all at the same time. I had a really hard time thinking about how I could write this speech because nothing I say could really live up to her legacy, so I decided to write a letter that I'll share with you all. Dear Alma Joan, there's no other way I can start this besides saying thank you. You have been such a significant figure in all of our lives. You have always led by example, which oftentimes just meant being your wholesome self. Thank you for being a pioneer woman. You were a feminist before you even knew what a feminist was. In your spirit of Iranian woman, you weren't afraid to make bold moves, whether that meant driving your own car in Iran or wearing pantsuits in a room full of dresses. You did exactly what you wanted. Little did you know that doing exactly what you wanted and being yourself has inspired all of us to be fearless and individualistic. You valued independence and education. Not only did you encourage all of your daughters to get an education before settling down, you yourself took classes in typography and other arts with your friends Khanum Nidi and Ryan Khanum in Iran. You empowered your daughters, granddaughters, and all the other women in your community to be strong. You and Perajun taught us grandchildren how to have a happy, healthy, balanced, and respectful relationship. Perajun was a strong, stable figure in our family, but we all knew that Alma was truly the one who ran the show. As a family, we all loved watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding because in one scene, the family matriarch says, "The man may be the head of the family, but the woman is the neck, and she has the power to turn the head in any direction she wants." And Alma, you were definitely the beautiful neck. While you were this fierce matriarch in our lives, you beautifully juxtaposed your strength with softness. You were so compassionate, it was almost like there was a cloud of love surrounding you, and anyone who walked through the doors in 2075 Kent Drive felt that love. Your love transcended all boundaries. Anyone was accepted regardless of their ethnicity, religion, or wealth. You accepted people of all backgrounds into your own family with open arms. There was no sense of other, there was no sense of elitism. I know all of my friends felt such a connection to you, regardless of the cultural and language barriers. Something about your smile and your aura was so special and made everyone feel so loved. Your love for and relationship with children was an exceptional piece of evidence of your pure soul. It was amazing seeing your great-grandchildren, Kiana and Nessa, so excited to go to Alma's house all the time. I was thinking about how children are so uncorrupted and pure, and I genuinely believe that Kiana and Nessa's love for Alma was because they noticed and acknowledged that purity in themselves and Alma as well. Even until your final days, you loved having the girls around, laughing and playing. I noticed you were so tired, but there was always room for them to make the house shulu with their laughter and their games. Your love didn't stop at your own grandchildren and great-grandchildren, though. Your favorite charity was the Child Foundation. Any child you saw you loved immediately and would even want to adopt. Once again, I genuinely think this goes back to the connection of children's purity and your own purity as well. I remember I would sit there with you all the time watching your favorite movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, and the whole time we would just talk about how much you loved Will Smith's son. You had so much love, but it was for pretty much anyone you ever met. So many people, friends and family alike, these past few days have told me that they felt like they were your own grandchildren. And that's because you really did love everyone like they were your own. Even during your final days, you would tell the doctors and the nurses how much you loved them. You even invited them to come visit you in Iran. It amazes me how many people you touched, Mom. You had so much love to give. All it took was meeting you once, and you immediately added that person to your network of love. In fact, you had so much love in you to give to others, you couldn't even say I love you once. Your famous line, I love you, I love you, I love you, just shows that those powerful 3 words of I love you are not enough to express the love you actually had. Finally, I just want to tell you that your presence was so profound and your love was so unique. It's going to be really hard for us, and we all already miss you so much. Now it's our job to use everything that we learned from you and make the world a better place and maintain that love in our family. I love you, I love you, I love you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you. Thank you.
این چند روزی که مادر جون از پیش ما رفت، سبا، روحن، لیلا رفتن آلبوما رو پیدا کردن و یه سلایدشو از عکسای مادر جون درست کردن.